Now, do you kids know what desalination is? Well, today we take a look at exactly that. What is desalination? How does it work? And we're also going to take a look at the desalination plants that are found in South Africa as well. Well, this morning I am joined by Valerie and Trent, and they are Hip to Be Squared ambassadors. They're going to be informing us a little bit more. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning.
I see you're looking very bright in your pink this morning, Valerie. Now, can you tell us what is desalination?
Well, desalination, to put it in basic terms, is taking the salt out of the seawater to make it safe for human consumption.
Okay. Now, I believe there was an experiment that the two of you did as well with a gentleman called J.J. Lowe. Can you take us through the process of the experiment itself, and what exactly was the experiment about?
Well, it was a process of distillation. So it's basically the actual experiment is taking the saline solution, so it's salt water, and then removing the salt out of it, and basically having clean drinking water afterwards.
Okay, that's super. So I'm sure there were certain steps that you had to take. Can you take us through the process of the steps?
Sure. Well, to begin with, to get our representative of salt water, we made a saline solution with sodium chloride and just normal tap water.
Interesting, okay.
So then we mixed that up, and then we poured about half the solution into our Liebig cooler system for boiling, for the actual desalination distillation.
And then from there, what did you have to do?
Well, next we had to turn on the Bunsen burner and then heat the water up.
I remember the Bunsen burner.
And
okay.
as you start heating it up, it starts to evaporate. So it's sort of like a water cycle, because then the water evaporates, and then as the evaporation goes up, the Liebig cooler starts to cool it down.
Yeah, because we put water around it.
Yeah.
So then as that's happening, all the little water droplets that evaporated are condensing.
Okay.
And then that is how the basic distillation works. And then as that happens, the condensed water molecules come out into our beaker, and that's how we get our fresh water.
And that water no longer has any salt. So,
Okay, wow. Sounds like you guys are quite the budding scientists, I have to say. Now, desalination is apparently not the answer, which is what some people say. Why is that?
Well, there are many reasons why, but basically the basic socio-economic factors are that waste disposal is a very big problem, because you can cause so much damage to the environment, and then the amount of energy used to actually desalinate the water is way too much, and it would cost, on average, if we use a basic model of a 2,000 kilowatt kettle for a normal average family, it would take about 2,700 Rand per month for our energy consumption.
The problem is that people would ask, like, what is the waste disposal? But the brine is what's left over afterwards. So the water that's been taken out, obviously some is still left over with the majority of the salt. Okay. And if people were, using the process of distillation, that would have to be, taken away somehow, and that would cause major problems in the ocean.
So you're talking about distillation and all of that. What would an alternative way be to, instead of desalinating, what could you do?
Just save water.
Just keep saving water.
Yeah, and preach water conservation.
Right.
Did you know that we have the biggest water desalination plant in South Africa?
Oh my!
In the Western Cape.
I believe it's in Mossel Bay, in the Western Cape region. And from what I heard also, there was apparently a drought for about 130 years, and it was declared a disaster area. And then also the municipality then, it actually completed, I think, in 2011, which was last year. This was actually done so that it can help people who were actually, having problems with water shortage, and didn't have access to that. It's quite interesting, I have to say, but yeah, the biggest plant found right here in Old Cape Town. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Yes, I know it did help people in the community, and I think there was a really great step for us to go there. But in the end, we really need to conserve water so we don't have to fall back on water desalination. Because we should just conserve our water and realize that water is a really precious resource.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit more about saline testing? I believe you did something with saline testing as well?
Well, you mean the testing after the experiment?
Yes.
Well, basically, we then took the water that we had created, the clean water, the one that we removed from the saline solution, and then we had a saline solution. And as Mr. LaRue was doing there, he was adding silver nitrate, and after he mixes it, it is soluble in clean water, so it was performed a colourless colour in that. Yeah. And then the saline solution, you'll see it becomes a milky white colour.
That's
And that
interesting.
frees up.
Precipitate because it reacts.
Silver nitrate. It sounds like I have to be a vampire. Sounds very interesting. Well, I have to say that you, the two of you, are definitely awesome ambassadors. Well done on what you're doing. Keep on preaching about water conservation because it's what we need at the end of the day. Our world is in a crisis at the moment. It's personally what I feel. So I reckon I take my hat off. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Expresso. Well, there you had it, all about desalination. Make sure that you try and conserve water and take care of your environment. You can even do so in your own home. Well, from all of this, it's time right now to get burning on that exercise floor. I believe the guy in green shorts is back, Mr. Zumba.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.